allies. I am Lina. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a graduate Algerian indigenous student, a writer, and an activist. I was offered this space by the AWAD team to bring to light a story that should be highlighted in celebration of creation and resistance. At first, I was going to speak of the inequalities and hypocrisies that undermine indigenous groups like mine in North Africa. But such opportunities to voice unfringed stories are very rare and should be catered for with abnegation. Therefore, I opted to offering this space for undocumented migrants of Algeria. According to the IOM data portal, Algeria is estimated to host approximately 250,000 migrants, but others' estimates suggest that the figure is much more than that. Among these migrants are undocumented young girls who do not have access to any form of education or the right to enroll in Algerian schools. The following story is fictional, but drawn from real-life situations that undocumented migrants from the Sahel region in Algeria go through on the daily. Fatoumata is 11. Accompanied by her 23-year-old mother and a migrant group from Mali, they make their way through a dangerous migrant route across the Algerian desert in hopes of leaving to Europe. Fatoumata opens her eyes slightly, dry, sandy air gushes at her. Every step feels like stepping on 1,000 sharp knives. It must have been months since they left Tinzaouatin, an Algerian province by the Malian border, towards the Mediterranean Sea. Fatoumata looks up the blurry figure of her mother and asks, "Are we there yet? In Europa?" "Dirur, binti, my daughter, soon," she replies. Along their journey, they have to make several stops in rural areas and cities in Algeria, set camp, collect money through begging for charity or trading hair weaving skills for a few pennies in alleyways, hiding from the authorities who are ordered to detain and deport them. Out of money and exhausted, they settle in Constantine, on the outskirts of a university campus workers area. They take refuge behind bushes in a small spring of water and set up a tented camp. Fatoumata and other kids her age in the camp wake up early every day and go around the residential area begging passerbys for charity. Some offer food, change, or on a good day, even a bag of donated clothes. But during most times, Fatoumata and her peers are scoffed at, peeled away, ignored, and called racist names. On a bad day, even sexually harassed and assaulted. One day, Fatoumata was cornered by a group of Algerian teenage boys and offered a deal. A kiss for 1,000 dinars, 5 euros approximately. Fatoumata was being filmed, surrounded by roaring laughs and catcalls. She, who barely understands them, nods no overwhelmingly and runs off terrified. Fatoumata wonders why she can't just go to school like the Algerian girls she sees every day. Algerian girls her age spend their days going to school, taking karate and judo classes, joining the local sports team, and making TikToks their favorite songs. Fatoumata, on the other hand, has to spend her day gathering charity along with the rest of her community in order to survive their next obscure journey towards the sea up north. There are thousands of girls in Algeria like Fatoumata, who suffer the same harsh conditions, do not receive the education they need, and are exposed to gender-based violences and undermined by the Algerian society, authorities, and their own migrant communities. Implementing and supporting a multilateral action towards providing such vulnerable and undocumented migrants with unfettered education is essential towards bridging the gap between documented and undocumented migrants in Algeria and moving forward with their regularization. Telling stories like Fatoumata's is barely scratching the surface of migrant crises in North Africa and Sahel. Thank you so much for listening.